Welcome to The Trend, a show that gives you the latest and greatest in trending news for the week. I'm your host, Reese Mushik, and in this episode, we're going to talk about Coachella, the Artemis II, and more. All this coming to you here on The Trend. Is Coachella over? Well, for regular people, it's extremely unattainable with standard GA tickets for the entire weekend, totaling $600. And finding a place to stay for under $3,000? Forget about it. It's also been deemed a festival that's more about the content than the music. One user on TikTok called it the Influencer-Olympics. As different influencers were fighting to get invited by brands, one clothing brand, Addicted, notably was sending influencers to the desert but not to the festival. Another major talking point was influencers initially being invited but then dropped just days before the festival. One TikTok user, Ivy Forever, talked about her experience of being dropped right before the festival. Yikes. We here at The Trend just hope that the festival goes back to being about the music and not who's getting invited for the sake of content. Your weekly podcasts are about to get interesting. In February 2025, Alex Cooper, host of the hit podcast Call Her Daddy, had a semi-public falling out with Hot Mess host Alix Earle. The drama began after Hot Mess was dropped by Cooper's media network, with rumors circulating that there was a lot of tension between the two hosts. While nothing has been confirmed on why Earle's show was dropped by Unwell, fans online began to assume a falling out took place after Earle received a TikTok comment in August 2025 stating, "Yes, tell us what happened with Alex Cooper, thank you," to which she responded, "How much time do you have?" During her time on the most recent season of Dancing with the Stars, Earle had started making vague posts online that fans began to speculate were about Cooper, even at one point reposting a TikTok video in which Cooper called an ambulance chaser who profits off of others' misfortunes. Earlier this week, Cooper posted a video on TikTok calling Earle out for her passive-aggressive behavior, stating, "Stop hiding behind other people and just say it yourself. What's the beef? Call Alex squared a hot mess. We here at The Trend hope they work it out on the remix." 3, 2, 1, splashdown. After 10 days, Artemis II has returned to Earth on April 10th. The first crew mission of the Artemis program since 1972 carried NASA astronauts Commander Reed Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover, mission specialist Christina Koch, and Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen. In this mission, Cook became the first woman to travel beyond low Earth orbit and journey around the moon, and Glover was the first black man to pilot a moon mission. The internet has been closely following the historic journey of the 4 astronauts, watching the daily live stream content and messages put out by the team. Some of the highlights from the trip: an awkward phone call from the President Donald Trump to the astronauts in space, featuring an almost full minute of silence, naming a moon crater after astronaut Wiseman's late wife Carol, who died from cancer in 2020, and a heartwarming video of Cook returning home to her dog, Sadie. Users on social media celebrated the historic mission, saying, quote, "Humanity needs this right now, and we love you, Artemis," end quote, as a successful lunar mission has re-inspired a sense of hope, pride, and optimism amongst Americans. And if you thought you couldn't love this mission anymore, astronaut Cook brought a piece of confetti from the Eagles Super Bowl 59 victory with her as she traveled around the moon, joking that she was the furthest from the Earth to ever say, quote, "Go Birds." A local touch to an out-of-this-world mission. If you haven't heard of Clavicular, click off this video. Trust me, you'll live a happier life not knowing about him. For those unfortunate enough to know him, the looks-maxing influencer has been in an embarrassing controversy after embarrassing controversy following his meteoric rise to fame in 2025. Most recently, Clavicular was interviewed by 60 Minutes Australia to discuss his content and legal issues. But Clavicular, whose real name is Braden Peters, became quickly irritated by questions asked by the reporter Adam Hegarty. He was especially offended by being asked about his relationship with Andrew Tate and the incel community, and began insulting Hegarty and claiming his imaginary wife was cheating on him. Clavicular then walked out of the interview, prompting social media users to have yet another reason to mock him. I would feel bad for him, but he definitely put this on himself. Hegarty absolutely frame-mocked Clavicular's... Never mind, I'm out. No way I'm saying that. That's all we have for this week on The Trend, but tune in next week for more of the latest and greatest trending topics.